So we'll do Kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike. Hare Krishna. So, today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 22, titled Bali Maharaj Surrenders His Life, Text 28. So, today, because of auspicious day of Vaman Dwadasi, so I have selected this verse. Everyone can repeat after me. Esha Danava Daityanam Agrani Kriti Vardhanaha Ajay Shed Ajayam Mayam Shidhan Api Namuhyati Esha Danava Daityanam Agranai Kriti Vardhanaha Ajay Shid Ajayam Mayam Siddhan Apina Muhyati Esha Danava Daityanam Agranai Kriti Vardhanaha Ajay Shid Ajayam Mayam Siddhan Apina Muhyati. I want to repeat. Esha Danava Daityanam Matadis. Word to word meaning. Eshaha, this Bali Maharaj, Danava Daityanam, among the demons and unbelievers, Agranihi, the foremost devotee, Kriti Vardhanaha, the most famous, Ajayishit, has already surpassed, Ajayam, the insurmountable, Mayam, material energy, Siddhan, being bereft of all material opulences, Api, although, Na, not, Muhyati, is bewildered. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bali Maharaj has become the most famous among the demons and non-believers for in spite of being bereft of all material opulences. He is picked in his devotional service. Purport. In this word, the word Siddhan Api Na Muhyati are very important. A devotee is sometimes put into adversity while executing devotional service. In adversity, everyone laments and become aggrieved. But by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a devotee, even in the worst condition, can understand that he is going through a severe examination by the Personality of Godhead. Bali Maharaj passed all such examinations as explained in the following verses. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamavyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishave Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim Yat krupatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone for this Sunday feast class, and today is very auspicious day, that is Vaman Dwadasi. So today supposed to be fasted for half day, but yesterday still it was a Ekadasi. We don't fast on Dwadasi, so we have fasted yesterday, so no need to fast today. So today is feasting. After Sunday feast class we have feast. So very nice pastime which is there in Bhagavatam about Vaman Dev. So it comes in 8th canto. So this verse, I selected this verse because this was being spoken by Vaman Dev himself to Bali Maharaj, glorifying Bali Maharaj and his activities. So translation, it says, Bali Maharaj has become the most famous among the demons and non-believers, for in spite of being bereft of all material appearances, he is fixed in his devotional service. So we can see here Vamandev means Bali Maharaj was kept in such certain amount of examination, and when Bali Maharaj he passed successfully the examination, so later glorifying Bali Maharaj, Vamandev says this verse. And there is system of examination in every stage. We all know it's a difficult phase for everyone to cross over this examination, right? In our spiritual practice also we have certain examinations conducted. Like before we take initiation, we have to go to examinations and interviews. And even we have Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, disciple course, whichever we have, we all have certain stage where we have to cross through that examinations. And even for the case of material life also, starting from our school till we have the job also, even when we change the job also, we have to go through certain level of examination. And when it comes, that phase comes, we all have anxiety. Now devotees, when they have this Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav examinations, so they have a certain amount of anxiety. But we see that this examination, the stage is very important for everyone's life. If in case, if we don't have this stage of examination, self-evaluation, then we can't imagine that, no, what will happen. Especially in 80s in America, there is certain schools which came up thinking that students are going through a lot of anxiety because of examinations. Let us take out examinations. We don't conduct any examinations. Let's give freedom to the students. Let them do whatever they like. So they cancel all the examinations and they given the freedom to the students. And parents also wanted to see what will the result of that. As we all know, so when kids are given the independence, no exams, and you can do whatever you want, and no one is going to force you like to study or to sit in this class, to prepare or to know the subject or be sincere or serious in your studies. So all the students, they are playing in the ground, no one is there in the class, and hardly few students are there sitting in the class, and no one is forcing them to read or focus on their studies, on career, because examination is not there. Finally, whatever you study, we have to we have to go through the examination phase. Then only we can give some kind of importance to our studies or whatever we do. So that is not there. So students, they simply just wasting their time. So after certain year, they understand that students had nothing gained. Rather, they have wasted their time. So this system of examination is very important in everyone's life. And even Lord Krishna has kept this system of examination for every conditioned soul. Before he comes to the spiritual world, he has to pass this examination. Examination is like the test. Here we can see in the life of Bali Maharaj, Lord has kept the test, examination for him. Whether he is attached to his material opulence, or will he give up material opulence and positions and whatever he has for the sake of Supreme Lord. So the ultimate achievement for the conditioned soul is to go back home, back to Godhead, right? So but without this examination, it is difficult. For in case, let us assume that there is no examination criteria to go back home, back to Godhead. So everyone is happy, right? See, everyone is smiling. So what will happen if we go there? For example, so think in material things like a. So if in case, if someone is going to higher studies and there is no examination, no entrance, nothing, criterias are not been taken care. So if in case if he enters into that higher studies, what will happen to him, or what will happen to the institution?
There will be chaos in the administration or admission or class, and there will not be any eligibility criteria.
What kind of chaos?
Who is eligible to be in that class or that organization?
No criteria. Everyone can go and sit in the class.
The person will not be able to cope up with the environment of the courses that are being offered. He will not be able to understand it.
Yes, because he don't have qualification. He don't have qualification to understand the subject. So in case also, we can see like certain colleges like engineering colleges, they keep entrance exams, right? MSET or what, I don't know, many are there. So I have written MSET and I got a seat. That is been the right way to get that. And government will assign you the college and course and seat, everything based on your criteria, eligibility. And if a case, many things happens, like a lot of seats are not being filled in the college, they sell it. They sell for the price, money. And the unqualified students, especially the politicians, sons of politicians, they buy it because they want degree. They don't want subject, they don't want anything. They are not at all serious. So what they do, they may get the seat, they may be attending classes, but they'll not understand the subject only because they don't have qualification. And 4 years of engineering will end up with 8 years of engineering. Because for him it's very difficult to come out of it, right? So similarly, when we think the spirituality also, Krishna has kept this system of evaluation, examination. So if this is not there, if we go there, so actually we are not qualified to go there. And there are highly qualified people who are there, so we take them very light. The subject matter is neglected. The purpose for which we are supposed to be there to go to spiritual world, we contaminate it, right? So this system of evaluation is very important, and everyone has to face this system of evaluation in every moment. And especially when devotees are practicing Krishna consciousness, for them they have a lot of challenges, lot of examinations, lot keeps. He just keeps these examinations to make us understand the importance of it. Not that simply we take it lightly or not become a serious. So to make a seriousness, to understand the subject very nicely, and to evaluate how much I've been absorbed. So the subject, how much content I have absorbed. So to evaluate that, so the system of examination is being conducted. So it is very important, and in the Bali Maharaj's case, this is very important. So this whole pastime, the Leela, the reciprocation between the Vaman Dev and the Bali Maharaj is very nice, very very nicely emphasized on this system of evaluation, examination. So we know that Lord takes different forms, avatars, right? So he takes different avatars based on the purpose. So here Lord has taken a form of a draft Vaman Dev as a boy, and he has taken a birth amongst the Aditi and Kashyapa in the family. And we see like Bhagavatam very nicely describes about the beauty of the Lord. Lord is most beautiful, right? So, and that too he is a small Brahmana boy. So he was most beautiful. And Lord takes many reasons for the Lord to take avatar. Any reasons what you say from Bhagavad Gita or somewhere? Okay. Yeah. So one is like to re-establish the dharma and to make the system balance. He comes to take avatar. And many demigods, they also praise to the Lord. To reciprocate with them, he also comes down. To give them relief from the demons, the torture that is being kept by the demons to the demigods, to make them free from that, so Lord comes. And to protect the devotees, he comes. And to protect the Vedas, to re-establish the dharma, he comes. So that is a purpose. So here also Lord comes for the purpose. So, and he takes this form as a beautiful form, as a Vamana boy. And that is being nicely glorified in the Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto. So on this auspicious day, so this is a homework for you. You can go through the pastimes and the Lord's appearance and the different prayers offered by the demigods. So when Lord appears, so different demigods, they assembled together and they started glorifying the Lord. And different demigods, they started giving the best thing what they have to the Lord. So generally we generally come to the temple or goes in front of the Lord. For what purpose? Don't hesitate. So we go to the Lord mostly to ask something from the Lord or to take something from the Lord, right? But here we see demigods, instead of taking something from the Lord, they are giving something to the Lord. So sometimes it's good practice for as a devotees. It's one of the anga of bhakti to give gifts to the Lord. So that is also one Vedic system, that whenever you go to the temple, you don't go with the empty hands. That's the Vedic culture. So we take something to the temple, like flowers, fruits, or something. We take and we offer to the Lord with a lot of gratitude, that thanking to the Lord. So demigods also, they also started glorifying the Lord and started giving the best gifts what they have. So Bruhaspati, the teacher of all the demigods, he offered a sacred thread to the Lord. And Surya, he offered a Gayatri mantra to the Lord. And Kashyapa, the father, he has offered a straw belt. Mother Earth, she gave deer skin. And Chandra, he gave kamandalu. And Indra, he gave umbrella. And the seven rishis, Sapta rishis, they gave kusha grass. So like this, so they gave different kinds of ornaments and the best gifts to the Lord. In that way, Lord has been carrying all these things and looking very beautiful with the kamandalu and umbrella, and the Lord's form was very beautiful, golden form, and his hairs also was very golden in color. So we can see in 8th canto, very nice, beautiful form of the Lord is being painted, very attractive, very charming. So in this way, we learn this lesson that so rather we ask something from the Lord, sometimes it's better to offer to the Lord also. So that is one of the anga of bhakti. So we have seen that, like how Lord, the purpose, why he appeared, and the purpose behind his appearance, and the reciprocation between the Bali Maharaj and the Vaman Dev. And here there are the certain personalities in this story which we see, like Sukracharya, who represents the force of illusion, because Sukracharya, he was Bali Maharaj's guru, and there was a war between the demigods and the demons, and demons were led by the Bali Maharaj. It happened so that the time was not favoring. At that time, the Bali Maharaj been killed, and his head was beheaded, and all the army of the Bali Maharaj, they were in chaos, thinking that what to do now, and they are running here and there and trying to defeat the demigods. And the time was not favorable. They are being defeated by the demigods. So at that time, Narad Muni, he comes to all the army of Bali Maharaj, and he requests, this is not time which is favoring to you. So instead of fighting, take this body and the head to your guru Sukracharya. So he will give you the life back. So they take, as per the instructions, they take them to the Sukracharya, and Sukracharya, because of his powers, he gives the life back to Bali Maharaj. In that way, Bali Maharaj got a life and he was very much grateful to his spiritual master. So he was completely surrendered to his spiritual master, and he was doing whatever being said to him. Sukracharya was empowered him with a lot of power, and Bali Maharaj, and he says to Bali Maharaj to go and conquer all the three worlds. And based on the instruction, Bali Maharaj was going all three planetary systems to conquer the, and just he went to the Indraloka and he started blowing the conch shell. And just by hearing the conch shell sound of it, all the demigods was run off. They was scared. And Bali Maharaj was thinking like, no, I came to fight, but no one is there to fight with me. And the seat of Indra was empty because he has run off. So Bali Maharaj conquered that. And in that way, all the three planetary systems are being conquered by Bali Maharaj, and he was ruling it. And the mother of King Indra, who is that? Yeah. She was very much morose that they lost the kingdom and they are in a very worse situation. So Kashyapa was not there, so he came back from his tapasya and he saw this has happened. Then Aditi requested Kashyapa that do something so that my sons should get back the kingdom. Kashyapa was not at all happy to do this because she has this material desire to get the kingdom back. But since the request was from the wife's side, right? So we can't deny it. It is even though difficult. So he accepted, and so by his tapasya, he got the benediction of having a lord as his son, Vamandev. So like that, Vamandev took birth from Kashyapa and Aditi. And as soon as Lord taken birth, like he appeared, all the demigods were glorifying the Lord, giving lot of gifts to the Lord, and worshipping the Lord. Lord was not at all reciprocating to all of this. Rather, he was very much focused to go to the place where Bali Maharaj is there. So, Lord is teaching us a lesson here, that is, when we practice Krishna consciousness, when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we will be having lot of distractions in the name of wealth, name, fame, followers, many things. Maya keep on giving this opportunities or offers, bumper sale offers. So, if we are not focused, then immediately we will be carried away by the Maya. And the goal we forget. The aim of our life is to go back home, back to Godhead. But when we are not focused, then easily we will be carried away. So Lord is teaching here, he was not at all attracted to this, to the worship what they are offering, to the gifts what they are giving, or to the glorifications what they are doing. For example, like if someone is there who is glorifying someone, his ego is so much satisfied, he keep on hearing it. He never says no. Maybe externally he may say, no, I'm not like that. But internally he will be very much satisfied, right? So if someone is just get deviated and attract to it, that's all. Our focus is distracted, and Maya is successful in distracting us by giving so many things. So in this way, Lord is teaching us not to get deviated by certain material things. Rather, he was teaching us to be focused. So immediately he went to the place where Bali Maharaj is doing sacrifice. Yeah. So like this, there are so many pastimes which lessons which we learn from this pastime. So we'll try to see that. So Bali Maharaj, he was doing sacrifice at the bank of Narmada river. So Vamandev decided to just go to that place, and he just went to the place where the Bali Maharaj was performing this sacrifice. And we see the important principle which we discussed is like so the focus. When we don't have focus on duty what we are doing, so we'll easily get distracted by the Maya. Even though in Bhagavad Gita we can see the same situation amongst Arjuna. He was completely not able to take the call of which side to take, whether dharma or adharma. He was confused in his duty, and Krishna guides him accordingly what to be done. So Arjuna, he himself asks to Krishna that what to be done, and Krishna, he gives whole Bhagavad Gita how to come out of that and how to be focused in your duty. And Arjuna performed the duty to fight for the dharma, and he was victorious. Similarly, we also have to focus on our duty. What is our duty? Hope no one is sleeping, I guess. Or it is you are able to understand. So as a spiritual practitioner, what is our duty?
Establishing the relationship with God.
Yes. So to perform bhakti, and the only goal is to please the Lord. So when we are focused in this duty, then we can see we can be victorious and we can achieve that goal. If we don't have that focus, or we are distracted from the focus, then we will end up with material opulences. We see here Bali Maharaj, he was having 3 planetary systems. He was most wealthier than anyone else. And when Vamandev appeared in front of him, Bali Maharaj accepts, invites him, gave a seat, and he washes his feet. And he started offering many things to the Lord. I'll just read that verse. So here in the sloka, Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto, 18th chapter, 32 sloka. So this sloka talks about when Bali Maharaj received the Vamandev. Even though we can see this culture, even though he is from the demons, family of a demon, but they follow this Vedic culture that if someone, Brahmana, comes to someone's house, he has to be respected. So this kind of culture was there, and we can see like how Bali Maharaj was doing that. And not only that, he was offering his best capacity, the things what he has. So here it is said, Gam means cow, Kanchanam, gold, Sunavad Dhama, a furnished residence, Mushtam, palatable, Tatha, as well as Anna, food grains, Payam, drink, Uta, indeed, Va, either, Vipra Kanyam, the daughter of a Brahmana, Gramam, villages, Smruddhan, prosperous, Turagan, horses, Gajan, elephants, Rathan, chariots, tatha as well as arthatam, O best of the who is worshipable. So it is said like he was ready to offer everything, that is cows, gold, and he was ready to give palaces, and he was ready to give foodstuffs, drinkables, and horses, chariots, villages. He was ready to give acres of land to Vamandev as a gift. So that was the culture. So whoever comes to our house, they are atidis, like guests. So we should try to pacify them by giving certain gifts as per our capacity. If not, at least we should able to give a seat and sweet words. At least this much we can give. This will not cost anything. So at least we can give that. So in that way, by pleasing a Brahmana, that is a Vedic system. So we should follow that. So nowadays we can't see this kind of culture, right? So this pastime demonstrates how to take care of a Brahmana. So guests who comes to our house. So when Bali Maharaj was ready to offer everything, and it was his identity. You see, Bali Maharaj is famous for dan, charity. So he was ready to give any kind of charity to anyone. He never says no to anyone. So Bali Maharaj, Vamandev knows that. So he came here, and his identity was, Bali Maharaj's identity was like he was most charitable person. So he was very much puffed up too with his quality. But Bali Maharaj, he was thinking that he is a controller of 3 planetary systems. And because he is a ruler for the 3 planetary systems, he has everything with his hand. So he was able to offer all those things. He was puffed up. But rather, Lord wanted to demonstrate that Bali Maharaj is not the ultimate controller. He wanted to demonstrate that he is not the controller, rather Lord is the controller. So he wanted to demonstrate that. And he came with the purpose. That was his focus, that was his duty as a Lord. He wanted to make him understand, Bali Maharaj, that he is not the ultimate controller. And whatever it is belongs to, that is belongs to the Lord. So he is not supposed to be puffed up or start enjoying those and give his charity, right? So in that way, Lord wanted to demonstrate that. And if you see, when even someone is not focused in their duty, and someone is being offered these kind of opulences to someone like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So certain category of people have certain attractions, right? For example, a Vaishya has attraction towards louder, money, business, Goraksha Vanijam. So Vaishyas are attracted to the money mostly, and Kshatriyas protection, ruling power. So in this way, and Bali Maharaj was offering all these things to the Vamandev, so that he don't know which is the interesting thing for the Vamandev. So he started offering all these things. And in case if we are there in that situation, definitely we will get convinced to take something, right? For example, if we go for Janmashtami donations to someone else, someone is ready to give his home offered to him. A karmi is ready to give his home. So definitely we will never say no without any second thought. We'll accept it. But if see the opulences is not bad, accepting opulences and misusing is a bad. So if someone gives or something which we have, if we are not using in the Lord's service, that is the right way to use it. If we don't use it in the right way, definitely we are going to entangle, will be in the illusion. So obviously, like these many things are being offered, like for the materialistic, if you go and ask what is his goal of his life, he'll say, I want to build a big house, I should have a big car, nice money, wealth, nice beautiful wife, right? All this been offered here by Bali Maharaj. So if we are not focused, then the illusion Maya will attract us and deviates us from the path of self-realization. So it's best for us to be focused. So we should understand that what is my goal of life. So we are not convinced, then immediately these all the things which are there easily will be carried away. We will be carried away easily. So these are the many things which Bali Maharaj offers. So the first lesson what Lord wanted to teach is, so the Lord wants to reveal what is the real goal of life. So these material opulences is not the real goal of life. So one should understand that. And Bali Maharaj has everything in his life, but ultimately he loses all of them, because he made that his real goal of life is all these things, to conquer the all the planets and start ruling it. That was his goal. But Lord wants to demonstrate that that is not the ultimate goal of life. The first principle, this is the first principle, that nobody can imagine the prosperity what Bali Maharaj has, but at last we can see he has lost everything. So what that which comes along with us is bhakti. So nobody can steal bhakti from us. That is a permanent thing which exists. So we should get attached to it. So other things which are there with us, that's all been given by the Lord as a gift to us. So we use them in a Lord's service out of gratitude, to thanking to the Lord. So in that way, the right mood has to be there. If we don't have that kind of right mood, or simply we just misuse the things what has been given to us, materialists, they are in illusion. They think that I have worked hard for this, so I got it. But they don't understand, without the mercy of Lord, it is difficult for me to get it. To do any activity, to get success in any activity, one is our sincere efforts and endeavors. But that is not enough. That is not 100%. Rather, Lord's mercy is required to make it 100%. Until unless Lord's mercy is not there, even though how much ever we put our effort, which is not belongs to us, we will not get it. We will not be satisfied. We will be always in anxiety. So here Lord's demonstrating here the first principle, that is the goal of life is not this material opulence. Rather, we should set our goal to achieve the Lord. So that is the first principle. So yeah. So here, the further if you go, so there are a lot of lessons here coming. So One second. So when Bali Maharaj started offering all these things to the Vamandev, Vamandev also started glorifying Bali Maharaj, saying that the thing what you have done is as per the dharma, as per the Vedic culture. So in Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto 19th chapter text 2, Vamandev says to Bali Maharaj, Supreme Personality of Godhead says, O King, you are indeed exalted because your parents' advisors are the Brahmanas who are descendants of Bhrigu, and because your instructor for your future life is your grandfather, the peaceful and venerable Prahlad Maharaj. Your statements are very true and they completely agree with religious etiquette. They are in keeping with the behavior of your family and they enhances your reputation. So as soon as when Bali Maharaj offered all these things, so Vamandev glorifying, saying that the act which you have done was very true and it was completely with the religious etiquette, and it is the behavior of your family, keeping with the behavior of with your family, means it is coming from your lineage, family lineage, and it is helping you in enhance your reputation. So if you see here in the family lineage, Bali Maharaj is coming from the great grandfathers who is from family of Prahlad Maharaj, and his father is Hiranyakashipu and his brother was Hiranyaksha, and he is coming from the descendants of Bhrigu dynasty, and he was glorifying all of them, saying that your great grandfather Hiranyakashipu, who was very adamant to fight with the Lord Vishnu, and he gave such a competition to the Lord that Lord was feeling little tired to fight with him, and he was glorifying, Vamandev was glorifying Bali Maharaj family in this way. And because of mercy of your grandfather, he was defeated. And in that way, he was talking about Hiranyakashipu and then Prahlad Maharaj and his father. Who is the father of Bali Maharaj? Virochana. And now, Vamandev says to Bali Maharaj, saying that since you are coming from the certain great family lineage, I am sure that you will also do certain great thing. So in this way, Bali Maharaj was glorified by Vamandev. And you see, someone wants to get success in their life, two things are very much important. That is, one is guidance for the material life, and one more is guidance for the spiritual life. And if you have these two guidance coming from, then you can see you will be successful, because the guidance in the material life is required for this present life, and the guidance for the spiritual life is required when we give up this body. So we should know when we give up this body where we are going to end up. So if any of these things are not there, especially when guidance for the spirituality is not there, spiritual guide is not there, then even though how much ever prosperity you have, how much wealth, how much things you have, still at the time of life you will be in lot of distress, having a fear that what will happen to my wealth, I am going to lose. You will be in lot of anxiety, right? You will be not peaceful. But rather, in the absence of material things, but when you have spiritual guide, then we can understand as in this life and when you give up this life also we will be happy, because we know what is the truth. So here Bhrigu dynasty, Bhrigu, who are all there, who are there with the Bali Maharaj, they are nicely taking care of his material life. Everyone is guiding him in that path. But when the spiritual path, when it comes, in the case of Bali Maharaj, here it is said, Pitamaha Kula Vruddhaha. In the text it is said, Pitamaha Kula Vruddhaha. So Pitamaha is grandfather. Who is the grandfather? Prahlad Maharaj. Yes. It is said, Pitamaha Kula Vruddhaha. He was very old. Vruddha means oldest in the family. And your grandfather, who is oldest in the family, is taken care of your spiritual life. So Bali Maharaj has both of this. So his material life and spiritual life both are being taken care. But in the purport we see here, Prabhupada very nicely writes here, Prahlad Maharaj is a vivid example of a pure devotee. Someone might argue that since Prahlad Maharaj, even though very old, was attached to his family and specifically to his grandson Bali Maharaj, how could have to be an ideal example? How could he be an ideal example? We are not supposed to get attached to all these things, right? But how come Prahlad Maharaj in his old age, generally in old age it is recommended to leave the home, take Vanaprastha, go to the forest and do severe bhakti, right? But how come here Prahlad Maharaj, who is a Mahajan, instead of he setting an example, rather he was sitting in the home, even though in his old age, and he is attached to his grandson Bali Maharaj. How it is possible? How to understand this? So here further Prabhupada says, therefore this verse uses the word Prashanta. So here it is said, Pitamaha Kula Vruddha Prashantaha. Prashanta was very peaceful. So Prabhupada writes here, a devotee is always sober. He is never disturbed by any conditions. So here Prahlad Maharaj, we can't put him in our category as an ordinary devotee, right? He is an exalted devotee, he is a Mahajan, and he is never disturbed by the material allurements. Rather, he was very peaceful. So, we should understand that these kind of certain things like material things will not affect these pure devotees, because they are always fixed in the devotional service. In this relation, there is one pastime like with the Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada also did certain exalted things which an ordinary normal person does it, he'll be ruined from his spiritual life. For example, many things Srila Prabhupada has done, which many Gaudiya Vaishnavas they have raised against Prabhupada, saying that no, this is not, you're supposed not to do it. But still, to set an example, and as a teacher, he did it. But he never fall down from his position. We should understand that. If we are there in that position, definitely we will fall down. Our material life will be ruined. We will be no more practicing Krishna consciousness. But Srila Prabhupada did that. Many things he did it. Anything which you remember? Sannyasi attending marriages, conducting marriages. And
installing DD, why not? The Rath Yatra, started Rath Yatra across the world.
How come that will fall from your place?
Having female groups.
Having female gurus. And most important thing is like which it is many people was astonished by seeing that Prabhupada accepting worship. Prabhupada installed his deities and said him to worship. And many, not even Gaudiya Vaishnavas, even Sri Sampradaya Vaishnava, it is very famous pastime, you might have seen that. He literally comes, one South Indian Brahmana, he travels all over, I think to Mumbai somewhere, where Prabhupada was there, and he literally wanted to talk to Srila Prabhupada, very serious matter, that why still he is alive, his murtis are being worshipped. So, Prabhupada is transcendental personality. We can't imitate those personalities. So, even though Prabhupada has done something which is wonder-striking to us, but still you can see the result. He is never fall down, he was fixed. So here, Prahlad Maharaj also comes in that category. We can't even think that Prahlad Maharaj is supposed to set an example for everyone. It is true, but we can't just understand or generalize it saying that he has to supposed to do like that because everyone's supposed to do like that. We can't say that. Rather, we can see their exalted position. They are very peaceful. They are not at all attached to anything. They are peaceful. They are fixed in their devotional service. They don't have any material desires. Can we do that? Is it possible for us? Out of opulences, sitting in a nice palace, and many maid servants are there, and everything is being taken care. No need to ask only, everything is taken care. In that situation, is it possible to remember Lord, to practice fixed up in your devotional service? It's very difficult. That's what it is said, when we don't practice sincere bhakti seriously, we'll end up in Swargalokas. Prabhupada many times he says that. Most of the disciples end up in upper planetary systems. Because somewhere we are not that fixed up devotees, not sincere devotees, especially me. That's what even the demigods all are willing to take birth in this Kali Yuga, especially. Because the lifespan of the demigods is so much that very difficult in this one lifetime to them to go back home, back to God. So for them, Kali Yuga people are like a bubbles. They just took birth and they just died. And in between they had did bhakti and they are liberated also. They are going above their planetary systems. And Vaikuntha planets are coming and they are taking them. And demigods are feeling jealous. When will I go? How long I will be here? So only demigods also will take birth. But since the serious note is, if we don't take seriously practice Krishna consciousness, then we'll be easily end up with so many material desires. So Prahlad Maharaj was not in that situation. So here Prabhupada clearly says that Prahlad Maharaj, he was not at all having any material desire, and he was guiding his grandson Bali Maharaj. So in that way, Bhrigu was taking care of his material life, and spiritual life was being taken care by Prahlad Maharaj. Yeah. There are so many lessons, I have made note of it actually. So when Bali Maharaj, he offered so many things to the Vamandev, then Vamandev denies all of them, and he says only he wants 3 steps of land, and he don't want anything else. When Bali Maharaj heard this from Vamandev, he felt great insult. Why? He's just asking 3 steps of land. Yeah, he is also a small boy. 3 steps is nothing. So
You cannot ask, pay from a rich person.
yes, a rich person, when you go to a rich person, example a king, when you go to the king, going and asking ashes, is it right way to ask? Is insulting the king, right? He is ready to give anything for you, but you are asking like, no, I want just 3 steps. This is like insulting him like anything. And Barimalas literally felt it, that this boy is insulting me and he don't know what to ask, from whom. And there's a verse which talks about this. Let's discuss that. Yeah. O king of the Daityas, for your majesty, who came from such a noble family and who are able to give charity mercifully, I ask only 3 packs of land to the measurement of my steps. So Lord Vamandev wanted 3 packs of land according to the measurement of his footsteps. He did not want more than necessary. But although he presented to be an ordinary human child, he actually wanted the land. This was the one more thing which when Vamandev asked Bali Maharaj that, no, I just want 3 pieces of land, 3 steps of land. Then the Bali Maharaj got insulted, and Vamandev glorifies Bali Maharaj, saying that, no, you are Varadarshaba, means like, no, you are the who was the one who can fulfill all the material desires. So, but he can able to fulfill all the material desires, but you are just asking insignificant material desire, like 3 steps of land. So in that way, Bali Maharaj was got insulted, and this conversation was happening, and Shukracharya was next to him, and he says to Bali Maharaj, saying that, don't commit to it. Don't commit to it. And now if you see, like, someone is having a lot of money and someone comes and asks 3 rupees. And next to your friend is saying, hey, don't give 3 rupees. And don't give anything, just don't give 3 rupees. Hey, he's thinking, are you mad? Just giving 3 rupees will not make me anything pauper, right? I can give just 3 rupees. But here, Shukracharya knows who is this boy. So, he was saying that, no, don't give it. But you see here, Bali Maharaj, he was, in reply to what Vamandev asked, he says this, Bali Maharaj said, O son of Brahmana, your instructions are as good as those of learned and elder persons. Nonetheless, you are a boy and your intelligence is insufficient. Thus, you are not very prudent in regard to your self-interest. He was saying that you are not very intelligent boy. You don't know what to ask. You don't know what is your self-interest. He is saying this. Why he says you don't have self-interest? Because Bali Maharaj is materially very opulent. And you see materialistic people, their self-interest is only one thing, that is? Yes, please. Sense gratification in a form of money, honey, and many things. Right? So here, Bali Maharaj was saying this to Vaman Dev that no, you lost your self-interest. You don't know, you are less intelligent. You don't know what to ask from whom. This is not the right way to ask. I am ready to give everything, but you are insulting me saying that you want to do these 3 steps of land. This is what we should understand. There are so many allurements in the practicing of bhakti. This keep on coming in this pastime. Will be easily carried away by the material sense gratification if you are not fixed up. If you are not satisfied with the spiritual quotient. So we should learn from this that even though how much ever it is, how much ever allurements it comes, I should never ever give up my devotional service. That's what we take so many vows in spiritual life to progress. Voluntarily we accept difficulties to perform spiritual practices, like to progress in spiritual practices, right? So yesterday we did whole day fasting, right? Why we did Ekadasi fasting? There are so many things, like we chant 16 rounds every day, we follow 4 regulated principles, and like this we have many vows, we take vows, right, at the time of initiation. So it is very important for us to progress in bhakti. We should be very strong, or else these kind of material allurements which are there, which will easily carry us away. And you look around, people around are talking about their material sense gratification. Big boards are talking, advertisements are talking about it, how happy they are with their material sense gratification, and what we are doing. And people also comments on devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness, right? When we have something big thing in the material life to gain, like outsiders, they have big goals, right? And we are just giving up their goals, neglecting them, not even caring about that. People start commenting on us, right? Saying that your brain is washed. You don't know what is your self-interest. You are become crazy, mad. You are normal before, by practicing Krishna consciousness you become abnormal. Many things they keep saying, right? Even our relatives mostly they say, right? Our friends they say, who knows us very closely, they all keep saying this. And when we take this all very seriously, then we'll be end up in as how they are end up with the miseries in this material life. Padam yat pipatam. So there is no, every step there is a danger. We can't expect that there is no danger in this material world. So people are habituated being beaten up again and again, and still they are so dumb that they are not able to understand. But as a practicing devotee, we can't do that. So for the sake of spiritual practice, how much ever sense gratification is being offered, we say no. Generally mind is very difficult to say no, right? Especially in spiritual life also. As we progress slowly, when we practice, initially when we came to Krishna consciousness, many seniors they say, it's okay to do 1 round. Don't worry, you do 1 round, continue, start with 1 round. But later, when we become serious, then they emphasize more on 16 rounds. No more 1 round, 2 round, 4 rounds. You should do 16 rounds. And similarly, when we practice Krishna consciousness, initially when we come to Krishna consciousness, Devotees, they offer so much foodstuffs, gulab jamun, rasgulla, this, that, just to attract us. It's a trap. But yes, it's a good trap, right? Who is the ultimate gainer out of it? We. So, but later when we progress in Krishna consciousness, they said you should have a limited foodstuffs. Don't start enjoying prasadam also. They keep saying this. Because, see, one sense for the neophyte devotees, it's good. At least they get develop a taste. They are not able to get developed taste maybe in the scriptures or hearing, reading or chanting the names. At least they will get attraction towards the prasadam. In that way, Prabhupada always says that, feed nicely, give a nice sumptuous prasadam. But we as a devotee, now once we become senior devotee, then we should stop doing that kind of so-called sense gratification in one sense. So we should not take, but rather, our health also will not cooperate. So forcibly we have to stop if we don't stop it. So as we grow up also, our digestion system will be not that strong. So we have to cut down many things. But in this way we see Bali Maharaj started talking about the material things. What is the ultimate self-interest? And he started saying this boy is such an very not intelligent to ask what is required and things like that. And Bali Maharaj Vamandev was not at all get captured or captivated by the words of Bali Maharaj, saying that no, I don't want all these things. I just want 3 steps of land. If you can ready to give, please give me. But here Sukracharya was not at all ready to cooperate with the Vamandev. And Bali Maharaj was ready to take a vow to give the land. But you see, Shukracharya represents our mind, illusion. So sometimes when we become very sincere in Krishna consciousness, right, minds keeps tricking us, saying that how much austerity you do, one day you can neglect. It's okay not to be very rigid. Once in a while you can give up those vows. Once in a while you can do sense gratification. No one is saying. It's okay. So this mind is very tricky. It plays so many googlies. And we get clean bowls sometimes. Many times, not sometimes. But yes, so until unless we don't practice sincerely, that fire should be there. If we don't have that fire of practicing Krishna consciousness, so simply we'll get carried away. And Sukracharya gives hundreds of reasons not to commit for that. And he ultimately gave a Brahmastra, saying that when and all you can disobey your vow or say lie. He gives 5 reasons. You can read in this homework, you can read. So some things he says like if wife or a lady is very angry, it's okay to say a lie. If one is not getting married, you can say some lie and get him married. Nowadays also it is practicing, right? You can say some lie and get him married. In this sense, like Prabhupada gives an example of in 80s, 70s, he was saying to Western people, even though they don't mind all these things because they don't have all this culture. But Prabhupada is saying this, saying that one boy was not getting married and their parents start saying a lie that his son is a doctor. Then one family came to see the boy and they agreed, they get married. After marriage, the boy was wearing khaki dress and is going out. And the wife asked, why you are wearing khaki dress? You are supposed to wear doctor dress. He said, I am a conductor, not a doctor. So in that way, they said a lie, and he get married. So, so in that way, certain things like where you can say lies, and Shukracharya was giving so many reasons about that. That it's okay, you have given a vow, but yeah, you can withdraw it. No need to commit for him. But ultimately, Shukracharya also informs to Bali Maharaj that this boy who has come, he is a Hari himself. And he came to steal all of the opulence what you have. So in this, there is a sloka which talks about this. This person falsely appears as a brahmachari is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, who has came in this form to take away all your land, wealth, beauty, power, fame and education. After taking everything from you, he will deliver it to Indra, your enemy. So Shukracharya is saying to this Bali Maharaj, saying that no, this is what going to happen. He is Supreme Lord. He came in a hidden form as a human, as a small boy, brahmachari, as a brahmana boy. Please don't commit to it. And he gives hundreds of reasons. And finally he says that this is not, I am not saying this. This is Shastras are saying. You should follow it. Because at that time, you see, even the demons, they were some extent following the Shastras. Many cases we see that how demons were also very legitimate in certain things, like when they are fighting with the Lord, when Lord was unweaponed, there is no weapon in the hands of the Lord. Demons, they don't attack. Rather they wait, or they say to pick up the weapon to fight. So in that way, demons also, they know certain scriptures, so they follow certain things, not all the things. So we see here Shukracharya was saying that no, I am not saying this, scriptures are saying this, so you should follow it. But Bali Maharaj, ultimately he denies Shukracharya's instructions. Any reason for that?
Right. There could be many reasons. One reason could be his pride, that how can I not give 3 small things to a kid? That's his pride speaking. Another perspective could be he decided to go against his guru as per Shastra. Shastra says when your guru deviates from Shastra and show you wrong path, you should change your guru.
Yeah. So this is one of the important point which it is mentioned here. So we can deny our guru's instruction when it is not as per the conclusions of Shastras. See, Shukracharya was talking as per the Shastras, but that is not the ultimate conclusions of the Shastras. Conclusions of Shastras are that everything belongs to the Lord, so you should give everything to the Lord, right? But here Shukracharya is denying. One is like his self-interest. He is attached to his material opulence, Bali Maharaj's material opulence. If he gives all the opulence to the Lord, he don't have shelter, right? He will be homeless. So that fear, he was saying that no, all these things, like no, you should not give it. So but ultimately Bali Maharaj gave up the guru. He denies, he rejects the guru, saying that he is not as per the Shadu and Shastra. So we should always remember that these 3 things should be always should be checked. Guru, Shadu, Shastra. So these are the checkpoints. So these 3 things has to be taken care when we decide something. So Bali Maharaj, thinking that Shukracharya is making me to go away from the spiritual Supreme Lord, so I denies. In IDC courses also we see that certain things which it says about rejection of Guru. It is okay to accept a Guru who is not sometimes not able to follow the four regulative principles. Sometimes he may fell down, but still we can accept it. But when it comes to that point that where Guru is talking against the scriptures and the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna, then immediately we can reject him. So Bali Maharaj immediately rejected. And rather he says that Lord Hari, in purport to this verse, Srila Prabhupada talks that Lord Hari is capable of snatching away the things. But what exactly he takes off? That is, he takes off all our miseries in the path of spiritual practice. So in this way, Bali Maharaj denies it, the spiritual master, and he agrees to give 3 steps of land to Vamandev. So there are so much teachings and learnings, and we see one important point which we can learn from this pastime is that whatever we have, so generally we should not what we call feel bad when we give something to the Lord. Rather, in the process of giving to the Lord, maybe sometimes we have to go through a lot of difficulties. But still, ultimately, you see, there is an ultimate gain in that. So, even though it is difficult for us to give us, like, especially when we give time, money, and all of our efforts in practicing spirituality or doing some service, we should not think that it's all being getting wasted. No. Lord is everything. He is taking a note of what we are sacrificing for him. So everything is counted, and he will reciprocate as per that. And for our ultimate gain, Lord is going to help us. So we should learn all these things, that we will never get lost by giving something, rather we'll gain by giving something to the Lord. So the best thing is to give our life to the Lord. Prabhupada says, give your one life to the Lord. Give this one life in practice of Krishna consciousness, and you never have to give another life. So that is the end of your material life. So with this, I just pause today's class. There's a lot of nice pastimes and many lessons in this. So please read or go through the 8th canto, or hear so many lectures are being given by so many senior devotees. So that will help us. And we also pray to Lord Vamandev that there are so many material allurements are there in the path of practicing Krishna consciousness and not fixed up devotee. But by your mercy, I can become sincere, and I can also give up the examination which is being conducted in every moment of my life. It should be, I should always remember you and practice this Krishna consciousness. I always should see your hand in that. So we pray to the Lord in this way, and we continue our spiritual life. And please pray for me also. I beg to all the devotees who are here. I just spoke it what I heard, but I didn't yet practiced it. I'm also very new devotee. First time I'm giving here class. So whatever I heard from the different lectures, I just made a note of it, and I gave just 50%, and because of lack of time I have to end it. Sorry for that. Hope so you may have understand, and please pray for me so that I also become a sincere and serious devotee. With this, I just pause the class. No questions, or I don't know. I'm even don't expect me giving a right answer because I'm not. You have question. Okay. Should we take or we just ask devotees? Whatever you still decide. Personally, we'll take or something. One question. Maybe easy question someone can answer. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. So my question or doubt is like for a sadhaka or a practicing devotee, sometimes it looks like the short-term prayers gets answered very fastly than the long-term prayers. So by the answering of the short-term prayers, the devotee gets a conviction or like a glimpse of wow moment, like in Krishna consciousness, internal satisfaction, internal happiness the person is getting. But when the long-term prayers are not being fulfilled, not all the prayers, one which is being consistent prayer for a long time, and the devotee is also able to that. Not a Uttamadhikari. The devotee cannot be a Uttamadhikari, but the devotee is also able to understand that every day, just that's a theoretical knowledge, hearing that. We say that mat prana that whatever you do is okay for me. Theoretical knowledge is there, and also that should be without any expectation. We should serve the Lord. But all those theoretical knowledge is there on one side. But when the prayers are not getting answered, even though that prayer is as per Sadhu Shastra, and for his spiritual progress, that prayer is going to help. But still it's not being answered. So what can be done for that? We are not asking any justification to Lord Krishna, but for that devotee's upliftment.
Yeah, so generally when we talk about the long-term prayers, that is only one prayer. When we talk about Uttama Adhikari, they don't have any prayers for their own self. So, but as a sadhaka, yeah, we'll be having certain prayers, short term or long term, so that once that get fulfilled, then we get inspired to enthusiasm to do more and more. And yeah, as you said, like short term prayers are being answered and long term prayers are not being answered, all of them. So one thing is like maybe somewhere I'm lacking behind, so I have to check out what is that and try to do as per that is required. And in my sense, like one long term goal is like only thing that I want to please and go back home, back to God. So in that sense, like whatever small these things comes, so that will be a short term prayers only. So but if my prayers are not been answered, means like some more sincerity is been required and more effort is required, and we should show our genuine these things, like no duality that has to be presented to the Lord. And maybe Lord wants to purify more, so he was taking more time for us to fulfill that. So in that sense, like, but still we don't step back, so we keep praying to Lord. And we pray, I heard many prayers from the senior devotees how to pray also. Like we pray saying that if even my Guru Maharaj, he says like if you desire, please fulfill it. Not that it's my desire. So if my desire comes, then it comes under the material desire. So because I want it, I want to fulfill it, I want to achieve it, I want to become like that. So that becomes again egoistic. I. So the same Vamandev pastime also, Bali Maharaj was, his identity was he is a controller of these three worlds. But Lord came to crush his ego, saying that you are not the controller. and he insulted him saying that no, I will learn just 3 lines, 3 steps of line. So we also have to see that no, is it the lost desire? So let it get fulfilled. If not, then okay, it's not in lost desire. So one more thing is like we also have to pray that no, let me understand your plans for me. It's very difficult to understand lost plan. We are not a materialistic person like no, oh I make a plan, you feel please execute it. No, we are not like that order carriers, right? So we order the Lord and Lord has to carry it. No, rather we have to pray saying that no, I don't know what is your blessed plan for me. So with this little intelligence, it's difficult for me to understand. Please give me intelligence to understand your plans and act accordingly. So when we pray, then we can see Lord's hand in everything and Lord's plan. Slowly, slowly it will reveal as per our genuine heart, no dual nature and all. Lord will reciprocate. Sorry for the late class, maybe you are all hungry. So we'll end this class. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnavand ki.